All right, it's time for another bike packing one night adventure. So this is what I do about once a month during the more bike packing friendly seasons in my area. So tonight I'm going to be staying at the exact same hip camp. I just love this one. I'm going a different way to get there though. I'm going to put the camera on my chest and just kind of talk through today's ride. So on this trip I'm using my hardtail. Last time I used my gravel bike, which is actually kind of nice for this one because it's been so incredibly dry. There's a lot of sand, washboards. Like this section right here is usually underwater. It is bone dry. So we have not had rain in over a month, which is really unusual. And what's even more unusual is we got absolutely zero tropical weather during the hurricane season. Not that I would ever wish for a hurricane, but at least maybe some tropical disturbance to fill up our rivers and stuff. I haven't been kayaking in a while because it's been so dry. But the hardtail does great on the sand. Gravel bike's fun too. It's fun just trying to control the bike over sand, but I'm actually trying a brand new rack and brand new set of bags on this one that I'll show when I get to the campsite tonight. I left an hour and a half later than I wanted to. So I'm gonna be getting to the campsite just before dark, which is fine. Sunsets at 5:35 tonight, so I should be okay setting up the hammock. I don't think I'm gonna use the tarp tonight. Don't need it, but I'll show my bike setup when I get there. But you saw the little white kind of neck gaiter that I had on in the opening. I have to pull that over my mouth when a car passes on these gravel roads because the dust is just insane. Like, I really don't remember it being this dry, but it adds to the adventure. And it is unusually warm today. So right now it's in the mid 80s in late November. So strange. A few weeks ago it was down in the 20s. All right, so this car is in front of me. Fortunately, there is a wind to take the dust off the roads, but yeah, it's pretty dusty. So my route today was gonna be 57 miles to get to the campsite, but I'm gonna have to cut it a little short. I've got two options of cutting it short. I may take both of them. Just make it like a, I don't know, 48 mile ride, something like that. We'll see how it goes. Oh, this car, I don't know what he's doing. Let me go. Appreciate it, man. Keeping the dust off of me. Great. This road is a prime example of where a hardtail is beneficial. Lots of deep sand and lots of washboards. Not miserable on the gravel bike, but definitely a lot easier on the hardtail. I can hear my hammock poles rattling around in the bag. It's kind of annoying. They go inside of each other, but they're not a tight fit. I'll have to fix that on the ride back home or maybe later. I'm cruising with the tailwind right now. I don't know why, but like every time I do this ride, going out to this hip camp, I've got a headwind for most of it. Right now we're heading a little opposite direction of where we're gonna end up heading in a little bit, but definitely some wind today. Cruising at like 20, 21 miles an hour. It's pretty fast, loaded down. Exactly an hour in and we're at 15 miles an hour average, but that is about to change. We are turning into the wind. Oh yeah. You know, I noticed that I'm about 1 to 2 miles an hour slower on the hardtail versus the gravel bike. Obviously a lot of what I'm doing today, gravel bike would be perfect unless it's really sandy. This road's smooth. There's a horse up here. Okay. I always like to be cautious around horses. Some are not used to bikes, but she said I was fine. If they started to get spooked, I definitely stop and walk. We've had some of the best fall colors here we've had in a long time, and it may be because it's been so dry, but it's just been beautiful. We don't get the colors like we do up in North Georgia and North Carolina. Up there, man, in the fall, it's like nothing else. But I didn't get up there this fall. First time in a long time I haven't gotten up to North Georgia in the fall. Blue Ridge is one of our favorite spots to go to. Great mountain biking, great fall weather, beautiful colors. But you know, we get some colors here. This could be one of the steepest hills I've ever done loaded down on a bike. Garmin said about 9%. This feels like 20% with the bike loaded down. But the gearing's good on this hardtail. I still got 3 more gears to go. So definitely no problem with gearing. I find on the high end, in this bike I spin out about 25. Well, start to spin out. Totally spin out around 30 miles an hour. Which not a problem, loaded down. The gravel roads have been very sparse with cars today, which has been great. I've only seen a couple cars the whole day so far. We've been riding an hour and a half. Oh, my Garmin keeps slipping down. I had to move it over to the left more. The bands aren't small enough. Should have put the out front mount on. But yeah, man, very few cars today on the gravel roads. It's a Saturday, so these people are just home chilling, which is nice. The only downside about riding on Saturday is missing SEC football, but I'd rather be out on the bike. I'm turning left here, but if I had more time, I would go straight and see if the cut through that got blocked last year by the hurricanes has been cleared. So I could cut over to a pretty big trail system. It's a multi-use trail, mainly used by horses, so its surface is not great. Really bumpy, but still an adventure. I could cut through and cut off a bit of distance. Probably wouldn't be much quicker time-wise, but it would be cooler. It would be quite a little adventure. I'd have to get out trail forks and navigate my way through, but I'm gonna stop there maybe on just a gravel ride one day and see if it's been cleared out. Man, doing hills on a loaded bike is such great training. You get back out here without the bags on and feel like Superman. Oh yeah. All right, it's 10 after 4. My prediction is 5 p.m. to roll into the campsite. So that'll give me about 45 minutes of daylight to set up and shower. And I don't mind making dinner in the dark with a flashlight. Oh, here's an example of the dust that I'm dealing with when a car goes by. Definitely covering my nose and mouth. All right, we're gonna be on this bike trail for a while. We're supposed to go right here. This is one of my shortcuts. I've actually never been on this section of this trail. I've only been on a few segments of this. It's really nice. Nice reprieve from the sand and the washboards. I think my prediction of 5 p.m. is going to be spot on. I stopped at the Dollar General a couple miles ago and filled up my water bottles. I brought my water filter. This place has some water. I do filter it. I'm just not 100% sure about it. Strapped the rest of the water onto the bike and it held. I thought it was going to fall off. It's holding good though. All right, I'm going to do a little shower. My campsite's just about a 2-minute pedal from here, so we're going to just rinse off, do a little shower, and go set up the camp. And riding over to the campsite. So since I've been here before, I was able to come straight here. If I go to the owner's house, it's quite a ways back through fields. This is a more direct shot from the road. So yeah, grass was green last time I was here. Had a frost. Here we go. Picnic table's a great place back in the woods here to set up a hammock. All right, let's get that hammock set up before it gets dark. So I scoped this out last time I was here and found a really good spot for a hammock. That's a pretty sweet spot for the hammock. I'm gonna slide my air mattress underneath. So it's got the slot where I can slide it in there, double layer. Put my top quilt pillow in there, and then I'm gonna go cook some dinner. I did not sleep well last night, so I'm looking forward to a peaceful night's sleep in the woods. Got some fall colors up above. Leaves have fallen off since I've been out here. The sun is dropping fast. I'll tell you, it's not as cold as I would like it to be, but it still feels really good. I got a nice breeze, low humidity, and it just feels good. So I'm not complaining at all. I've got everything laid out. It's time to make some dinner, so I'm gonna sign off. I'm losing daylight for filming. I'll pick it back up in the morning. That was my best night's sleep I've had in a long time. If I can help it, I will never sleep in a tent again. I sleep better in my hammock outside than I do in my own bed. It is just so comfortable. And then waking up to the sunrise, well, it's not really a sunrise this morning, it's kind of cloudy, but just waking up in the morning and hearing the birds laying in a hammock, it's the best. It is the best. I think I was asleep before 9 o'clock. I didn't get out of the hammock until 6:30. I did get woken up by an owl about 10 o'clock. It must have been right next to my hammock. I have never heard an owl that loud in my life. That's a freaky noise to get woken up to. But I'm going to eat my oatmeal and pack up and head out. Rolling down this really cool road coming into High Springs. I take this road sometimes, but this is a section I don't normally take. I usually turn off of it beforehand. I actually found another new gravel road on the way back. I saw on the map and thought I'd take it, and it was beautiful. Hilly, curvy, beautiful fall colors. It was awesome. And back at home. That was a great trip. So yesterday I had about 48 miles, today 21. Found some new roads on the way back, so it was awesome. I forgot to show you the bike setup when I got to camp, so let me show you that to you real quick. So these are the Old Man mountain bags that I'm testing for the first time, and the Divide rack. I've got my review coming out, and then the Atlas rack on the top, strapping my shoes to the top of that. So it's a good setup if it's warmer. This bag would be too small if I had to bring my big, heavy duty underquilt for cold weather and probably more clothing. So this bag has my clothing and also my air mattress. And then I've got my tent, I'm sorry, my hammock, no tent, hammock, and also my top quilt up there. So I've got the Ortlieb bag on the front there, and good setup, really good setup. So I like leaving the triangle open for water bottles. I just like using a rack. So yeah, that's the setup on the Niner Sur 9. So thanks for coming along with me on my bikepacking trip, another overnighter that helps me dial in my setup. It's just fun to do these, but also when it comes time to do the bigger trips, I should be set and have everything dialed in. So yeah, let me know how you like these kind of videos. I think I'm gonna start doing more of these lifestyle type videos. I like doing the gear reviews, bike reviews, maintenance, all that, but I like just taking the camera along on a ride and sharing the adventure with you. So let me know how you like it. All right, catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.